basically, people have finally woken up. Okay, that there was a massive dislike brigade for the Lion King remake prequel. So basically, if you not know, Lion King remake is Disney one of Disney's most successful movie. Okay, you know, yeah, and Disney continues to make these awful remakes that no one asked for. At least, we'll say that, but you guys were the ones who gave the Lion King remake $1.6 billion. Of course, they're going to make a sequel or prequel to the Lion King remake because you guys gave it $1.6 billion. I got all these YouTubers are acting clueless. Like, why are we getting a sequel to this movie? This movie sucked. The first movie sucked. It was soulless. Okay, how much money? Okay, I said it already. This is how much money the Lion King remake made. Okay, of course they're gonna make a sequel or prequel to the Lion King remake. Okay, these YouTubers are stupid. I'm just saying all of them. Okay, all of them. They're like all these quote unquote Disney and animation YouTubers. They're wondering why they're making this movie. They're like dumbfounded. Okay, they're like dumbfounded. This is why. Again, they're making a sequel, or it's a sequel prequel to the Lion King remake. This is the amount of money it made, 1.663 billion. Okay, and now these guys are now finally realizing at least the general audience is finally realizing these movies are garbage. It took them a while. Okay, it took them a while to realize like the Little Mermaid didn't do as well as Disney was probably hoping for. I think they were hoping that movie would make $1 billion. Okay, because of nostalgia, because nostalgia is the most powerful weapon. They did it with Aladdin and Lion King. Why can't they do it? And of course, Beauty and the Beast. They can't do it with Little Mermaid. But it seems that these remakes, people are waking up to them. Okay. Yeah, but the Lion King remake made $1 billion. Okay. Yeah. And a family was watching 1994 original. Yeah. Blah blah. Yeah. But this guy's funny. This guy made a lot of very well received movies. That's the funny thing. And then he's just making the sequel to the Lion King remake. He's just making the sequel to the Lion King remake. Okay. Hopefully people wake up this time and not watch the Lion King remake. If you really don't want a third Lion King remake movie, don't watch the movie. Okay. I know the animation YouTubers they'll watch it just to get reviews on it. But hopefully the general audience does not give this movie another $1 billion. Because no one wants a third Lion King remake. But it seems that the general audience, they don't, they gave the first movie $1.6 billion. Same thing with Toy Story 4, 5. They're like, why are we getting Toy Story 5? Oh yeah, you gave the fourth fucking movie fucking $1 billion. Okay, look at what you guys did. No one criticized Toy Story 4. So we're gonna give a fifth movie because you guys gave it $1 billion. Okay, I'm talking about the general audience here. Okay, you guys gave it $1 billion. Okay, and this is the same thing here. You guys gave it $1 billion. Okay, of course they're gonna make a fifth Toy Story movie because Disney is greedy. Disney's gonna see what they can to make money. Okay, Disney is gonna see what they can to make money. Okay, it doesn't take rocket science to see this. Okay, why are we getting a third Frozen movie? Oh yeah, you guys gave them second one $1.4 billion. So of course they're gonna make a third Frozen movie. The only series that I think that people have actually done was Star Wars, and that was because of the failure of all those Disney Plus shows, was caused Disney to cancel the Star Wars female directed movie about fighters and stuff. It was supposed to release last year, and then they canceled it. Now they're making the playing it safe and making a Star Wars movie about Grogu and the Mandalorian, which is pretty funny. They're playing it safe with that one, but You guys gave the Ryan. You guys gave. The Rise of Skywalker still made $1 billion, but they saw that this was a massive decline trend from the last couple of movies. $2 billion or just barely over $1 billion is not a very good look for Star Wars. Okay, if you even compare it to like the Jurassic Park series, it went from $1.6 billion to just over $1 billion. But Star Wars was like a half of decline from the first movie to the last movie. That was awful sales there. Okay. And I think it'll perform just like Alice Through the Looking Glass, the sequel to Alice in the Wonderland, that also made $1 billion. That one could be more forgiving because that movie was kind of like seen as that movie made $1 billion because people were obsessed with 3D movies back in the day. But the Lion King remake, okay, they constantly complain that no one asked for it, but then these people went to go see this movie in mass and give it $1 billion. Okay, when there are much more deserving movies for $1 billion. Okay, Endgame makes sense why that movie made $1 billion. Okay, that movie made sense. Spider-Man: Far From Home, Marvel movie after Endgame made sense. Even like Captain Marvel, like I know people was like they faked ticket sales for Captain Marvel, but that movie was basically like the whole reason people went to go see that movie was because they said that they teased Captain Marvel in Endgame, so it's spam risk. They teased Captain Marvel for Endgame from Infinity War, and that movie made $2 billion. So people were curious. Marvel fans are curious to see what powers this character has, what importance does this character have to Endgame, and then it ended up being a massive disappointment. The movie still made $1 billion, but it ended up being a massive disappointment. It actually would have made $1 billion without China. If the movie was like banned from China or something, the movie would have made like $980 million or something like that without China, which means China was the sole reason it made $1 billion. Okay, because without China, that movie would have not made $1 billion. And then Endgame came out. Okay, and maybe Frozen 2 was the only movie that I think really deserved $1 billion because the first movie made $1 billion. It makes sense that with the Frozen craze that was in the early 2010s, the mid 2010s, that the sequel to Frozen would make $1 billion. I think everybody was knowing that would make $1 billion. But stuff like the Lion King remake and Aladdin remake, like you guys really gave that $1 billion, or Toy Story 4, which a lot of people didn't. Which a lot of people said, "Oh, we didn't want a Toy Story 4," but you guys went to go see it anyways. But again, Toy Story 4 came out when Pixar still had goodwill with the movie community. You know, they had some movies released since 2010. Okay, like Incredibles 2, Cows, The Good Dinosaur. But typically, Pixar still released good movies. Well received movies. Oh yeah, also more F movies would be Brave and Monsters University. I don't know why people hate Monsters University so much. I don't know why people hate that movie so much. Same for Cows 2. Okay. Those two I watched them when I was younger. I liked them a lot. I swear I don't even have the original Monsters Inc. movie, but I do have Monsters University. The Monsters Inc. was also a pretty good movie. I remember. I think I watched it like a few times as well. But I liked Monsters University uh, as well. Monsters Inc. was the one with the kid as well. But absolutely, Disney. I'm surprised Disney had not yet to remake Pixar movies. Okay, don't give them any ideas. But they're already remaking Moana. Okay, but I wouldn't be surprised if Disney starts making live action versions like Bugs Life. Like, who asked for this? Or live action version of Toy Story. There's actually someone actually made a live action version of Toy Story online. Okay, basically they just bought all the real life versions of the toys and you know did like stop motion with it. They did it with that one and Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 2. So if you actually want to watch Toy Story for free, someone actually remade the entire Toy Story trilogy but in live action, which is pretty funny as well. Kind of like how there was like this remake of the Walking of Dinosaurs documentary, but it was remade in like the Zoo Tycoon games. That one was pretty cool. You know, they remade like an entire documentary series, which is very hard to find or watch. unless you want to pay like a water buddy to see it, it. But there was someone remade it. Surprised it didn't get taken down, but yeah. But yeah, I am surprised Disney has not remade Toy Story. I think it's because of Pixar. Okay, but I wouldn't be surprised at Disney, because Disney does own Pixar. And I wouldn't be surprised if they start doing Blue Sky's catalog too. Live action version of Ice Age, Rio, soulless versions of those movies, live action version of robots. How are they gonna make a live action version of robots? That would be my question. But Blue Sky, since Disney owns all those IPs now, Disney can remake them in live action too. Okay, I bet once Disney's done with all of the their movies, they'll move on to Blue Sky and they'll move on to Pixar if we don't stand up to the live action remake series that Disney is pushing. Because I think Disney was hoping, I think we did with like the Little Mermaid, because they were hoping, because that movie did not break even. It still lost. The budget is $300 million, so it means it needs to make like $800 million or so to break $700 to $800 million to break even. And the movie only ended up making $569 million, which is awful numbers. Actually, even like the original need to make $650 million, but even then they couldn't make that money back with the Little Mermaid remake. They couldn't make back that money, which means Disney has had only flops last year besides Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It seems that this year Disney might actually do better this year with Inside Out 2 and Deadpool 3, or Deadpool and Wolverine. Those two movies might actually be pretty successful, but I think the rest of the year it will still be pretty bleak for Disney. Okay, I think Inside Out 2 is simply because people love the original Inside Out, so it will make money. And Deadpool and Wolverine, there's a lot of hype around this movie because people love Deadpool and people love Wolverine, and I think both of those movies will break even and make money, which will automatically make this year better for Disney and Pixar overall, or at least Disney and Marvel, Pixar and Marvel, than last year and the year before. Actually, the year before Marvel did pretty good for 2022 in terms of box office sales. But again, does anyone really care about half of the characters they introduce in these Disney Plus shows or Marvel movies? Probably not. Okay, you see characters introduced in these newer Marvel movies, saying on stores, on like the discount stores, because no one wanted these characters. There's, it is basically the ET. I can't wait till we see, Eternals figures in landfills, because that's what they're going to end up. Or you see, Shang-Chi figures, or the Multiverse of Madness figures, Wakanda Forever and Love and Thunder figures, Ant-Man Quantumania figures, and also the Marvels figures as well. I think Deadpool and Wolverine will do pretty well because people love both of those characters. I don't think that, unless the movie might age poorly, the movie isn't out yet, but yeah. So yeah, the Lion King remake, no one asked for it. But then you guys gave it $1 billion. And now people are upset over the Lion King remake getting a prequel. But you guys gave the first movie. This is just so confusing to me. But I think, I should at least be glad that you guys finally woke up. Okay, that the general audience finally woke up to these garbage bastardizations of animated movies. I know in this movie, the characters are at least more expressive in this movie. Like, they made the characters more animated. Okay? But yeah, that's about this video here. So yeah, I'm not going to be watching Mufasa the Lion King. I didn't like the first movie. I won't be watching the second. Goodbye.